Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at Polkadex. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should be doing your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, if you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to check it out. It's going to be in the top right hand corner of the video. Now, jumping into the daily chart, I want you to pay attention to this white trend line that we have. This is a resistance line that we have been hitting. One time over here, we hit it in September. Then once again in October, we got above it in November, back tested it as support with a little fake out over here, failed to hold it as support, landed back on our multi-month support line over here in between the golden ratio and the 0.5. From there, we dumped even harder to the 0.236 on the fib, and this fib was laid out a long time ago. So you had all these support levels if you followed the channel and the videos. And we were in this ascending triangle. We broke down from it, which is quite unusual because it is a bullish pattern, but we had a Bitcoin pullback. And then we had the nice little move to the upside over here, where I did give you a nice buy order on Patreon over here at $8.80. And I took profits at $13.12. And there was a guy in the comments who said, why would you sell right before the crowd loan? And it was actually postponed for a couple of days, I think. Then we had this pullback, as you can see. So I took a good amount of profits over here, and I told you I told you on Patreon. For those who are on Patreon, I give you a sell alert as well. So that was a nice 50% move that we traded, and now you're back down below this low over here, below the 0.236. So right now, for all of those who missed out this nice opportunity, you can get into Polkadex right now. If I had any more money, I'd be dollar cost averaging into it. But, I'm out of fiat for now because I bought the dip very nicely over here. And that's what I hope you are doing as well. Obviously, don't invest what you can't afford to lose. But if you paid attention to the videos, you had this white trend line. You could have, I just saw us hitting our head on this white trend line. There was a good chance that we're going to get rejected from there. That's exactly what happened. We've done it 2 times before. We did it a 3rd time here. I took some profits and I was, right to do so. And now I can buy back in as low as I want, basically. So yeah, we're not forming any sort of double bottom pattern here. This is not a double bottom pattern because the second low cannot be lower than the first low. That invalidates the double bottom pattern. But if we take a look at the absolute low of our Fibonacci retracement over here, this is going to be $5.26. And I would say that that would be our potential low. If we go any lower on Bitcoin, that's potentially our low for Polkadex. This is our July low over here, and I wouldn't want to see us lose this low. A lot of projects are losing their July lows, and that's bearish in my opinion. But, I do think we may go into this kind of a bear downtrend for a month at least. But it's a good, buying opportunity for all of us, and I'll be dollar cost averaging into it like crazy. So yeah, let's see what happens here with Polkadex. If you're below the 0.236 here, it's a great time to be dollar cost averaging. That's all I have to say. As you can see, we're hitting our head on the 20 EMA on the daily chart. So if you're looking for a quick little flipperoni trade over here, you could look at a resistance level at the 20 EMA on the daily chart. That's a nice 30% trade. Above that, we have the 55 EMA. That's around about 45% trade. And that's where the 0.382 here is on the fib. Make sure you have this fib out on your chart so you can look at it at any time. Basically, I have this swing high over here in April, and I have this swing low here in July. And for our long-term targets, I always try to look at them in my update videos. We have the 1.618 at $140 here. Below that, we have the 1.414 at $93 and the 1.272 at $69.50. So those are some targets that we are eyeballing here on the channel. But overall, we're bullish on Polkadex. Hopefully, it is going to secure its parachain slot. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, now let's jump into the daily RSI. So we were printing a bearish divergence on the 4-hourly chart, and we talked about that in the previous update. Right now, what's happening is we lost this white support trend line on the daily RSI, and that was an important level because we've been hitting our ass on this level multiple times before losing it, and we hit our head on it multiple times as well. So that was a valid support level that I was eyeballing. But the pullback was so severe and crazy that we just crashed through all these support levels. We crashed through the pink trend line here. And what we're doing right now is we're landing in this yellow rectangle. And as you can see, this yellow rectangle is a good support zone because we've bounced off from these areas multiple times here. So if you're looking to get into Polkadex and you're looking for the absolute bottom, I would wait until it gets oversold on the daily chart. But then again, you never know if it's going to get oversold. Maybe we're going to, reverse the trend in 15 minutes after this video gets uploaded. Nobody knows. That's why I dollar cost average in. I don't go all in at one buy order. I just try to put little chunks at different buy orders. If it gets lower, I'm going to buy more. So that's the kind of philosophy that I have. But if it gets below the index of 30 on the daily RSI, just know that that means that this asset is oversold. And look at the price action or the RSI once it gets oversold. So it stays oversold for a little while. And then look at the move to the upside. Look at the appreciation here that we had in August. I mean, it's incredible. Look at it. It was overbought on the daily. It was sitting on the index of 85. Not saying it's going to happen the exact same way over here, but it just means that, this is a great entry point for Polkadex. Now, jumping into the daily chart on the stochastic RSI, you can see that we are still not bottomed here. We haven't bottomed out, basically. You're looking to be oversold on the stochastic, and this is when you're below the index of 20. So for the stochastic RSI, you're oversold when you're below the index of 20. And for the regular RSI, you're oversold once you're below the index of 30. So keep that in mind. So if you see yourself come back down just like you were over here, you're going to be oversold, the exact same scenario, and you're going to come up eventually, right? But yeah, like I said, if you're down here, great buying opportunity. And even right now, it's a great buying opportunity. Now let's take a look at the MACD. So we printed a bearish cross on the MACD, and the MACD is a lagging indicator. So as you can see, the previous time we had a bearish cross, we had a little move to the downside afterwards. And this bearish cross that we had in November, look at that. Look at the move to the downside that we had with that bearish cross. So this is just kind of your precursor. This is like a looking glass, right? If we start reversing the trend tomorrow, for example, you're going to get the bullish cross, let's say the day after tomorrow. So this is a lagging indicator. So you're going to be a bit late to the party if you trade based on the MACD only. But if we have this bearish cross, I would say that there is a good chance that we might end up going even lower. And I'm going to set up a Fibonacci retracement here to have some targets to the downside. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Fib retracement from the swing high over here, what's that, January 15th, to the swing low that we had over here. There we go. So that swing low was January 10th, okay? Now this gives us the 1.618 target at $4.74, and we've lost the first Fib level here. If you lose the first Fib level, right, whether it's to the upside or to the downside, if you break it to the upside, doesn't matter. You're in a technical target to the 1.618 here, okay? So just keep an eye on this level. This is going to be $4.74. Maybe we'll have a wick to this area. I don't know. Maybe we'll bounce off this area. Maybe we'll go lower, but on a technical analysis or from a technical analysis standpoint, this is our target for now. And above that, you have two support levels as well, the 1.272 at $6.71, and we have the 1.414 at $5.90. So have those two levels in mind, have some buy orders ready to go because we can flash crash at any minute here. The markets are very volatile. Make sure you're buying the dip, guys. Hopefully you are, but I'm not a financial advisor, but Bitcoin's gonna be 100K one day for sure. And yeah, just be smart about this. Thank you for watching. If I missed out anything on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. And make sure to check out our Telegram chat, our Discord server, and our Patreon, where we have a lot of good buy alerts and sell alerts, low cap gem calls. We have some technical analysis and video requests, all that good stuff. It's in there. Links are in the description. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.